Matt Rhule dropped a bombshell on the Pat McAfee show yesterday. You guys know or have heard of the Pat McAfee show. Matt Rhule was on it yesterday, and he dropped some very vital news not only to Nebraska fans but for the whole college football landscape. Pat McAfee and his crew did bring Matt Rhule on to talk about this press conference, but that wasn't even the biggest news he talked about. If you don't know about this press conference, he came out and said that if you're going to be in the transfer portal and get a quarterback, you're going to have to spend upwards to $1 million to $2 million. Yes, we might know this, but it is still shocking to hear someone say that. But what a supposedly 10 to 15 minute interview turned into 50 minutes, we got a lot of news out of Matt Rhule that affects every college football player and the whole college football landscape. Firstly, the big news he says affects all of these guys here, maybe potentially your favorite quarterback. Matt Rhule said that they can't technically talk about money to these recruits. So he said everything that the recruit hears is either hearsay or coaches may be doing it illegally. But again, they cannot sign the contract until after they transfer. So that shows a big risk for these players. If you're a little confused, let me put it into easier terms for you. So let's say you're an adult applying for a couple jobs. Let's say each job says they're going to pay you the same as the other jobs. Let's throw a number out there and just say $80K a year. Then you pick the job you like best, then you show up for the job, and then they tell you, oh, well, you're actually going to get $50K a year. But then those other jobs already hired people on so they cannot hire you. It would feel a little misleading, wouldn't it? Now say you're a high school or college kid. Let me relate it more to you. Let's say for Christmas your mom is going to get you the PS5. But that's as long as you do X, Y, and Z chores. So you do those chores, but then you end up not getting the PS5. You'd be a little pissed off, wouldn't you? That is just for a couple $100 console. These guys are potentially losing millions and millions of dollars. But there is still more. And Matt Rhule said it himself on the Pat McAfee show. He said he wouldn't have accepted the Nebraska job unless he physically saw the contract. You would think, yeah, that makes sense. He wants the money guaranteed. But these guys don't get that. It's just something the NCAA needs to figure out.